let's talk about creating our task page. And so this is another view. Okay, fine. This is nav. Let me collapse it so that I see that our nav is collapsed. And then see, seems the indentation is a bit of a problem. Tab, good. So yeah, that's what I wanted to see. Good. So now we have the nav, and yes, I know, because I added space, we get a problem. Doesn't want us to be adding unnecessary space at the end. That is because of the standard configuration that we use. And so we are going to create a task page. And so when you want to create a view, file, you need to make sure that you have your template. Okay, this is a template with a root element. And so the root element that we're going to add is going to come from this one. So it's the main. And so I can copy it and paste it here. We wouldn't have any problem. Or even let's say, since this can be in the outer shell, because if we have main, then we want it to be the container. Therefore, we have to put it here. Okay, we have to put it here. So that's what going to happen. Okay, so inside the main, we have some div classes and all of this container stuff, role and then table. We don't want it to be part of the main layout, so let's just take it off. We just take them off. So we will cut it and then come and paste them here. Okay, let me show they have. Okay, they don't have one root element, so there's a bunch of error. So we have to use a div because there's one root element, and therefore we press enter and we paste. There's no error now, and so when we get back to the view, let me collapse this so that I can have more. Then we put a view, a router view here. Okay, so that when we navigate, okay, we are going to present. This is what we're going to put. You see, the router view has route. If you go to a route, it's supposed to present the view that is pointing to that route. And if it's going to present the view, then it has to present it through router view. And so if you put it here, what is going to happen is your view, which is we're going to declare as tasks, is going to be inside this. Is going to be inside this main tag. Okay, so which is okay. So let us save it and then go back to. Don't have any error. Let's ensure that there's no error. Still compiling. Emitting plugin. Okay, so okay, it's already done. Okay, so all right. So we come back to task, and then let's try and remove some unnecessary space before we get an error. And so you can just save it. Okay, now this is a view page. In this view page, we said there are three things that usually comes along. We have the style, which if you're not going to add any style, you don't have to worry yourself about it, but let me just add it so that you know there can be style. And so you see the scope has been added. And so any style that you add here, because the scope is added, is only going to be applicable to this template. And so yeah, it's going to be applied to this template. And then the most important thing here is to have your script. Yes, and this is always a structure for the script. Export default, because of the CLI we're using, it comes with that. We build our whole application modules upon modules, and so this is how you have to export it. Okay, so now we can save this, and if this is not going to give any error, okay, we've saved it. But so now how can we get this to show? Okay, because the task has these design. How do we get it to show over here and prevent this guy from showing? Okay, so then this is what we're going to do. Okay, first of all, we said that the router view is presenting something. And how is it presenting this one? Is because it is in the index page, which is the slash. The slash refers to the home route. And so if you go to the router folder, you open the index. Okay, the slash here is pointing to home, and home is inside view view/home. Now what we can do is just copy and paste and then say task, okay, and then then you can use, if you want to use real absolute path, you can say at views. Okay, so at will point to source. So if you are here, where do you want to go? /views/tasks, because we have our task here. So that's what we're going to do. Vue is flexible to the extent that even if you don't add .views, it's still going to work. So task, and because we haven't used what we have imported, it is dimmed. It's not brighter. So there are two ways you can add a route. You see the first one here, they imported it. So because it has been imported, we use it like this: path, name, and component for the route. There are other options that you can use, and then if you don't want to import and then use, you can directly use it like this: component, and then it's a function. You are importing it directly from here, and then you put out the what do you call it? You put in the file here. So, but let's use this one. So what I'm going to do is I'll just copy this one, paste it over here, and say /task, and then I'll name it as task. Oh no, task, and name this one as tasks. At the same time, because this is looking for a component. Don't worry, we're displaying a lot of stuff as we go for. It's looking for a component. So it's like our page here. Our page is actually a component, but we're not talking about it into depth. So we have task here, okay, which we are importing from over here. And so we are giving it to a route called tasks. Okay, so when we save this one and we go to our browser, okay, it has error. Where is this error coming from? It's coming from the task.vue. Okay, fine. Task.vue, and I'm just saying that I'm showing some space things. We can just run npm run length. But sometimes it takes long when your project is huge. You can do npm run length, and it's going to fix all those problems. Run length and then have them fixed. But let me show you the problem you have in here. It's not any error that you have. It's because of the ES length with the standard configuration we're using. It tells you that inside the task you have on line 41 you have trailing spaces. So this is it. This is what it's talking about. Of trailing space, so we have to clear it off. So we save it. As soon as we save, it's going to reduce. And then again, it says two more problems, and then system 3 is trailing spaces. It doesn't allow trailing spaces. So system 3, this one, is because we haven't put anything there. We're going to put something there. Okay, fine. We're going to put something there very shortly. And so I'll save, and then 65 is a new line required at the end of a file but not found. Okay, that is because there's a file and we ended at 64. At the end of the tag on the page, there has to be a new line at the end. It is the ruling that we're using with the standard configuration. Later on, I'll show you how you can change all of this. But it makes your work much pretty and nicer. At least you're very uniform. And so after saving, the error should be gone. And so yeah, the error is gone. And so when I come back to the page and then I go to /task, as you see the task part, you see. So what is happening is nothing changed. Okay, what happened here is this page remained and only the middle path changed. And so if I go back, if I put the navigational link here, I'll be able to go home and I'll be able to come back to this task page. All I wanted to do is just to show you what is happening. If I come here, check, this one didn't change, but just the middle part that changed. Okay, and so when I come back here again and type task and I hit enter, what is going to happen is only the middle part changed. So if I put a link here, I'll be able to click and click and click and open. But for now, we just want to concentrate on the links that we have over here. All right.